everybody, it's Kelly, and I have a new layout for you today, and it's a back to school layout. So I'm going to take this photo of my grandson standing outside of his house, and then also in line at school, but looking back at, I think Mom took this picture, at Mom as he's standing in line and waiting to go into his classroom. I'm going to mount it on that green paper, which is the Photo Play School Days Reading is Fun paper. And I like how that paper sets off the photo with all the kids, but it really pulls in the beautiful blues of the photo to the left where he is, because so much of that photo has a lot of green in it. And green is made of blue and yellow, so it does a really nice job. Then I love this alphabet paper. Love, love, love it. That is from Photo Play School Days, and it's the ABC paper. And what I want to do here is I want to use the red paper as a background there, the red dot paper, and that's Echo Park Back to School, and it's the backpacks paper. They're really cute backpacks on the back of it. So I'm going to gut it with my Fiskars trimmer. I normally use a Caterpillar Pro trimmer, but you can't gut, well, you can from what I've seen that you can kind of sneak it in, but since I have this Fiskars trimmer, I just use it, just grab it when I need it to do this. That is the only thing I don't like about that Caterpillar Pro trimmer, is that you can't gut paper, and I gut paper all the time. So just know that, and you certainly could do that with a craft knife as well too. I'm just not as good with my craft knife as I am. So what I'm doing here is I want that the ABC paper to feature really prominently here. So I just kind of took a little measurement to see how much reveal I was going to leave. But I wanted as much as I could, but I also wanted a chunkier border around this, just because it is a busier paper. Here's my little trick. I think I talked about this in my last video, where I just put a little adhesive on the very top of the paper that I'm gluing to the background when I have a frame, and then I start gluing the sides. And that way then I know that everything is straight here. All right. And now I have the background there. So I like that first day of school die cut. That came from Photo Play School Days, the ephemera die cuts. But I also really like this first grade tab, and since I'm seeing it, I'm going to use it while I'm thinking of it. That sticker came from the School Days Element stickers. So I do like how that looks, but I'm thinking now I want something else to kind of brighten up the layout and set off that photo mat. So I really like how this yellow does this, but I think too much of it is too distracting. And remember, I also wanted to really feature that ABC paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a chunk that is about a third of the ABC paper there. And there you go. Well, actually, I'm still working on cutting that, because of course I forgot what measurement I measured the ABC paper to. So I have to keep cutting off I should have just measured it, right? What the ABC paper width was, but hey, who wants to take the time to do that when you can cut the paper 3 or 4 times, right? Look at that darling school bus paper, so cute. My grandson does not ride a school bus. Otherwise, I would really would have loved to do that. I do have a school bus sticker, that a doodle pop which is a layered sticker that I really want to use. All right, so now I am working with some Elle Studio product. That first day puffy came from the Elle Studio Back to School puffy stickers, and then instead of using the wood veneer, which I thought I was going to use, I grabbed that acrylic Back to School, and that's also from Elle Studio. I believe the wood and that acrylic both were in collections this year, so you might still be able to get a hold of them. Definitely can when I'm doing the voiceover for this. Not sure about by the time you see this, because I think you'll see this in in December. All right, so I'm going to put the photo cluster a little bit to the left because I want to embellish a little bit more to the right. And I'm going to do something here, or not do something that I normally do. Normally when I have a join in the papers, like between the navy and the yellow paper, I will add some sort of washi or border, but I'm going to choose not to do this this time. Even though that line is very abrupt, I'm liking the abruptness of it, which is not normally the way I feel about that. All right, so speaking of backpacks, because he's got his backpack on, and you can see that, I grabbed this backpack sticker from the School Days, Photo Play School Days Element stickers. And now I know I need something to journal on, and I'm not finding anything within the rest of the collection things. So I'm going to just grab this L Studio cut apart, or it was either cut apart or die cut. So I like that. I like bringing in the green of that, but I'm also thinking I might need some red to pop things up here as well, too, to pop up the color and bring in the red from the border there and from the top, the tab, all of that. And I do like that little heart. So I'm thinking maybe on the bottom there. Not quite sure. Decide I don't like that label, and this is what I do. I just flip through this box. Sometimes I'll dump it out, but usually I find it a little bit easier just to flip through. And then I find this little happiness tab, which then I put that over the top of the backpack, grab my little journaling spot there. There's not much to say here. It's the first day of school. I just need a date and that. And then I move that other label with the heart down to the bottom, so I can kind of work on my cluster here now. Now I want some kind of dimension in here as well. I need dimension kind of scattered over the layout yet. That's, I think Laura Alberts always talks about the scattering and the splattering. Well, I don't splatter because I'm not a huge mist user, but I definitely like to scatter. It's just like the small little finishing touches on your layout at the end. And I'll show you what I mean by that when I start doing that. I just had to, this was obviously a cut apart, and there was a little piece on there yet from the piece I cut it apart from. All right, so then here's where the scattering comes in. I've got some red and some blue up there, but I wanted to pop a little yellow there. And here I found that cute little apple puffy. These are the L Studio back to school puffy stickers again. And then I added that little star over the heart just because I have a star at the top. I don't tend to like 2 stars and hearts on the same page. So again, bringing a little bit of yellow up there. But thinking I need to now spread a little bit of perhaps green and blue around. So I go to my L Studio puffy stickers is what these are called. And I add some green there. And I'm still looking for a blue, and then I find this wonky star from another sheet of the star stickers. This is an older sheet. Obviously, I've used a ton of them. I've been using a lot of stars and hearts on layouts lately, puffy stars and hearts, just to kind of scatter things around. They work on so many different kinds of layouts. And now I've like pulled colors together by scattering those stars around. All right, guys, here's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye.